Zdenka, actually, the interesting thing is actually Slovenia has been in the last, let's say, uh, from the 90s, 80s, 90s, I think, have been a very active center of contemporary creation, especially for the ex-Yugoslavian regions, and one of the most remarkable element is technology. And in fact, Slovenian artists have been really working as a leaders in this field for many years. And in this time of crisis, many museums are shifting into this online platforms and so on, and technology plays a evident role in it. And what do you think of this question of the future of contemporary creation and institutions, how this being impacted by this uh, very particular condition of using technology in a very limited context, and what kind of and of course another aspect is Slovenian artists and many artists from the let's say Eastern European context put forward a lot of provocation, critical provocations as a important language, and how much one can still be provocative in a context like this crisis.
Yeah, you are right. Slovenian artists are very much into the question of relation between science, technology, and art. Vuk Čosić, for example, he's a pioneer of computer art from the mid-90s. Marko Pelhan is very known with his critical approach to the military technology and to the question how to bring the military and technology in general more to the service of civic society. So, of course, our work in the museum is also informed strongly and influenced by our artists, especially with the strength of civil society. Already in the 80s, I think Slovene civic society was the strongest in so-called Eastern Europe. So as for your question, what this situation with onlineization will develop to, I think there are two possible scenarios. One is, and both the answers depends on the end of the pandemic, when it ends. If it lasts longer, if it repeats, then of course we are caught further on in our squares, and we are developing probably innovative and different new approaches in these terms. It will influence art for sure. I see that more and more artists are recently again in video, photography, in the media that are easier communicated via internet and so. So the internet, of course, has also a specific social power. It is both. Of course, we know it is a tool to manipulate, to control, which is very important today in terms of pandemic also. So all these things are having double face. But of course, there is also a possible scenario, that once this is over and we can hopefully work normally again, there will be a strong need to come back to the physical space, to the openings, to feel masses, to touch people, to hug people, to kiss people, and also to smell art, to activate all these sensorial experiences again. I think these are too possible. But I think that, you know, this onlineization that we are facing at the moment, somehow this experience of isolation, of corona times will stay for our life, you know. I think this is really historical moment that we are living. We don't know, none of us knows what the future will be like, but one thing is for sure, that this experience will stay.